Hey, what's up, guys? We're back again with one of the most reliable Royal Giant decks in the history of Clash Royale. Rey Supremo has been playing this deck for years now. Without any champions, he's still beating the best players in the world. If we head on over to the leaderboard, we'll see him at number 36 in the world at over 7,700 trophies. And his secret to success is the incredible defense that this deck offers. When you defend with Giant Skeleton, Electro Wizard, or Baby Dragon and throw a Royal Giant in front of it, your opponent's gonna be throwing their hands up in the air, not knowing what to do because they're gonna have a lot of problems. Giant Skeleton explodes on all of their units that they're trying to defend the Royal Giant with. Baby Dragon shoots from the sky, so a lot of their cards can't even hit it. Meanwhile, the Electro Wizard will be stunning all of their stuff, giving you a couple extra Royal Giant hits. Because all the cards in the deck cost a lot of elixir, this deck is so much better in double and triple elixir. If you mess up in single, you might not have enough elixir to defend and you could lose immediately. But if you play patiently and wait for your opportunities like Rey Supremo, you can beat some of the best players in the world with this deck. So let's go jump straight to some games and assert dominance. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of the daily videos. A whole lot of love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel. Getting into this one, our deck is all about the counter push life. Unfortunately, our opponent isn't cycling anything at the start, so I kind of have to just wait for him, and then I'll go for a Giant Skeleton to counter the Miner. But if I had Royal Giant and I cycled it at the start into a P.E.K.K.A. or Elite Barbarians, what happens is the counter push, it's gonna kill me. I don't have that much elixir to defend. I don't have cheap distractions in the form of skeletons, fishermen. This deck is way better in double or triple elixir because all of your cards are very hefty cost, and you're not going to be able to afford them in single elixir to defend if your opponent gets an elixir advantage. Just keep that in mind. Play safe until you figure out what your opponent's deck is. His Inferno Dragon and Barbarians are out of cycle. He's probably running Lava Hound, so I feel very comfortable going for a Royal Giant here and then also Lightning on top of the Skeleton Dragons. Yes, this is a negative trade, but I'm up so much elixir, and I think because he's got a Lava Hound deck, I can defend against any balloon on the other side since I have Tornado. So not super scared about this. We're vibing with it, and we're probably going to take out the entire tower. Let's go, baby. So when we go for a Baby Dragon and hopefully shut down the Lava Hound, what happens is he's not going to be able to get as much counter push. You know what? I can go for Goblin Cage here, and then I can go in for a Tornado afterward because the balloon is going to get isolated. And I think I can shut this down without any hits. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm vibing with it. Let's go. And we can go in for an Electro Wizard to finish off the Inferno Dragon too, hopefully. I don't know if this was risky. I feel like it was. I feel like I might have messed up. I think I spent a lot of elixir here, guys. We're going to go in for a Barbarian Barrel. Maybe it's going to be able to stop the Inferno Dragon from locking on. Good stuff. No, the Inferno Dragon's on my tower. Oh my gosh. Oh no, no. Get away from me with that. We're going to lose the tower anyway. So he went for Barbarians at the river, and somehow that was an aggressive play that kind of ruined me. The Inferno Dragon is out of cycle, so I can RG in the pocket and expect him to not have a building. So he's just going to go in for Skeleton Dragons again. And we can repeat that interaction of going in for the Royal Giant Lightning to finish everything off.
Deja vu.
But we don't want to repeat the interaction of losing our tower on the counter push. So I'm going to go in for an Ewiz here. Remember, he's going to have Barbarians in the deck. So if I Giant Skeleton, almost certainly it's going to get Barbarians. But maybe we can make something work here. Like if I go in for a Baby Dragon, go in for a Bar Barrel, can we actually keep the Giant Skeleton a bit healthier? Oh my goodness, this is a lot of stuff coming from my opponent. I'm going to go in for a Goblin Cage and try to Tornado and also follow up with a really, really good Ewiz as well. So when this pops, we're going to go in for the Tornado. We're going to go in for the Ewiz. We shut it all down. Wait, this is kind of working. He went in for a random zap on my tower, freaking out. Okay, he just gave up. He doesn't want to play anymore. So I was stressing for a second. Very good player. We got him in an uncomfortable card cycle. We were eventually able to win in the late game. As I said before, deck thrives in double and triple elixir, not so good in single. With all of our splash damage and Giant Skeleton, not too much beats this in the late game. All right, so we got a game against Good Ending. Dude, hopefully we have the best ending, ending with my victory. This guy's going to go in for a weird bomber at the start of the game. I don't know why you would ever cycle it in the middle there. Maybe he's just trying to make a prediction on top of wall breakers. If that happened to me, I might just like double tap swipe up and quit the game. If he predicted my wall breakers in the middle with a random bomber like that, oh my gosh. He must have had that happen once, and that's why he does the play every single time. Oh, he runs wall breakers. It makes a little bit more sense now that he likes that play. It makes a lot more sense that he likes that play. Okay, you know what? I'm going to Royal Giant since I am up a bit of elixir. And if you've got enough elixir for an Inferno Tower, I'll be super sad. But you're only going to have Tesla. This is great. Tornado should be able to eviscerate all the skeletons. The Royal Giant might be able to find its way through. If not, the Goblin Cage Brawler is at least going to do a ton of damage. One taps the Bomber and puts us in a pristine position. Wow. Goblin Cage Brawler, the building that fights back. Too many times the Tesla and Inferno Tower are sitting on your side of the map doing nothing but decaying over time. But Shrek, the big beefy boy, he goes on the attack and he fights for buildings everywhere. You love to see the Goblin Cage Brawler just mauling our opponent's tower. And that's why it works so well with Royal Giant, because you're all about the counter push with the Giant Skeleton, then the Baby Dragon, the Electro Wizard. You go in for Royal Giants with it, and then the Goblin Cage helps out as well. Super nice synergy, and you know, I can see why it's just played at the top of the world. Giant Skeleton is, not going to be able to kill everything here. I need to go in for a Goblin Cage, and then I will also go in for... No, I think I'm going to Baby Dragon and then Barbarian as well. Yeah, it's just too much stuff. The Skeleton King ability is one of the most broken things in the game. For 2 elixir, you get a graveyard that moves and spawns way too many skeletons for its elixir cost. I think all the champions are a little bit overpowered, so I guess it's not that fair to say that Skeleton King is especially OP, but yeah, champions, they scare me. Okay, Baby Dragon was able to belch its way through and lock onto the tower there. I'm pretty fortunate that that worked out in my favor. If you go for a Goblin Drill, I might be okay here because I do have Tornado, so I should be able to shut down the rest of your stuff. Just gonna go and Tornado back those Goblins so it doesn't get as much damage.
What the dog doing?
No, Ewiz, why are you leaving me like that, bro? I thought we had an agreement. I thought we were working on the same team. You know, I pay you elixir, you give me value. That's not how it goes right now, bro. All right, if I lightning on this, I should be able to kill it. I think it's worth, probably, right? We get tower damage as well. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll go Goblin Cage, and then I'll go in for a Barbarian Barrel because he's expecting me to go in for something else. He's expecting me to go for Ewiz, so he made a pre-fireball and it didn't work out. Goblin Cage is going to give us counter push, so maybe we can get a Tesla a little bit earlier than he would want to. And I don't have lightning, but yeah, look at that damage. We got so much damage on the Tesla. That is extremely obnoxious for our opponent. And then if you think about it, he has to defend the Baby Dragon because if we get him in lightning range, he loses. So he can't afford to eat that. I'm going to Ewiz last possible second, and I think I got to go in for like a Goblin Cage to counter the Skeleton King as well, which is pretty inconvenient for me. I'm going to go for Giant Skeleton here. I'm just going to eat that, I guess, and then go for Goblin Cage here. I don't think he's going to click the ability. It just wouldn't make that much sense. I do need to go in for a Barbarian Barrel just to finish off the Bomber so it doesn't get a splash out of my tower. And I'm going to go for Royal Giant. And then I'm going to go for a Lightning. He's probably going to go for a Skeleton Army, so I'll have to Tornado that. I'm hoping that the Tesla locks onto the Giant Skeleton instead. Yeah, I'm going to Tornado this. I'm going to kill that as quickly as we can. I don't think he has any answer. No, he's got to go for a Goblin Drill on defense, which isn't necessarily a good play because now he doesn't have a win condition to apply aggression. So all I needed is one Royal Giant hit and then I can Tornado him out.
'Tis but a scratch.
So he's going to go in for a lot of spam in the left-hand side, I think. He's going to have to go for Wall Breakers. Okay. Yeah, he's going to go for Wall Breakers right into a Baby Dragon, so that should be more than enough for me to win. I don't think I'm unlucky right now. I don't think I'm exceptionally unlucky. He's going to Fireball, so I'm going to Tornado, and I should be able to walk away with a win before he gets those Goblins to connect to my tower. GG, well played, and peace out. It was a good ending after all. Only 28 trophies, but that was such a satisfying W. All right, so we got a game against Zen. You know what, dude? We're chilling. We're relaxing. We're in the most Zen state of mind. And you're trying to disturb it with the Fire Spirit? You scoundrel. At least the Fire Spirit doesn't connect to my tower. I was looking at the Giant Skeleton. I'm like, is that actually going to reach me or not? He's definitely running the Giant Skeleton Hog Rider deck that everyone has played when we see Fire Spirit. And there it is. He's going to have Hog Rider, Earthquake with the Archer Queen likely. If I Lightning this, not going to be worth it. We want to hit an Archer Queen as well. Otherwise, I would be a huge overcommitment with the Elixir. I think that my Baby Dragon is able to finish off the Giant Skeleton, so that's cool. I can go in for a Goblin Cage here and fully deny damage from the Hog so he doesn't get a single hit. I wonder if I want to go in for anything else. Because if I Royal Giant, it's going to get shut down. If I go in for a Royal Giant in the back, maybe we can build up a big enough push to be able to break through the cannon to make something happen. This guy is not having a good time. You guys can see with the eye rolls. He doesn't want to see a Royal Giant when he's down Elixir cycled in the back because maybe I could get back to a second one or have enough of Elixir investment to Lightning on top of his Archer Queen or whatever else he wants to drop. I'm going to go for an Electro Wizard here because I think it's a bit cheaper of an investment for us to shut everything down. And it looks pretty good because he's going to go in for the Archer Queen ability. Wait, that's still able to reach the Royal Giant? Wow, that was a really good Archer Queen placement. If you don't know, now you know. That's a good play from our opponent. We're going to make sure that the Archer Queen is within range of our tower before going for the Giant Skeleton up high. And we're able to say hello to the Queen and be real mean to the Skeleton Giant. So I'm happy with how this game has gone because I can Baby Dragon here. And it's difficult to defend this if you don't have Archer Queen in your cycle. And I don't think he does. So he has to go for Fire Spirit and Skeletons. And that might not be enough. Yo, he goes in for a Hog Rider. Super easy King Tower activation. No damage on my tower. Oh, wait, what? He's laughing at me. He knew that I was commentating say no damage. He felt it. Oh my gosh. It happens. Little Royal Giant in the back, and we'll see what else is going to go on. Guy just keeps giving the eye roll emoji, so we are going to eventually mute him because no one wants to hear that sound for the rest of the game. We're going to go for an Electro Wizard to finish off the Fire Spirit so it doesn't connect to the tower. I think we can bolster and build up a pretty big push here. I want a lightning on top of his building if he drops it on the Royal Giant, so I'm just waiting a couple seconds. I'm going to wait for the cannon. I'm going to hit all of his units instead of hitting anything else. Yes, let's go. So I knew he was going to go for the cannon. He gave me the opportunity to get more Royal Giant hits, and look at the value. That is a Royal Giant hit that we wouldn't have gotten, so I'll take that trade any day of the week. I'm going for the Goblin Cage, and then I can use a Tornado on top of the Hog Rider here, I think. I think that's going to be my best interest. Tornado, I choose you! Shut it down and make him frown. Usually cycling multiple Giant Skeletons is the play, so I'm going to go in for the first one here so the Fire Spirit doesn't connect to my tower. And for one Elixir, he's always able to get a positive Elixir trade with that card, and that's why it's broken. I can't eat 300 damage. That's just not allowed. If I do, I'm going to lose the game, so it's really important to realize. Lightning is going to be phenomenal, shredding through the cannon.
Wait, that's illegal.
Eviscerating all of his chances of defending. And look at that delectable damage from the Royal Giant, punishing our opponent. Okay, we're going to go in for a Goblin Cage here, last possible second, with the King Tower activated. I think with an Electro Wizard, we are able to deny all damage. And fortunately, it doesn't even walk up into the Giant Skeleton Bomb. I'm going to Royal Giant at the river because I'm up so much Elixir, I think. Because he went for an Earthquake. He went in for a lot of stuff that I don't think he should have done. Maybe we can Lightning and finish everything off. Or can I Baby Dragon? Is that better? It might be better for us to Baby Dragon and then go for a Barbarian Barrel to finish off the Giant Skeleton. Keep it on his side of the map so then he can't counter push with a Hog Rider. Beautiful sight to see. And all I have to do is go in for a couple Lightnings and I should be able to win the game with one more Royal Giant hit. So I'm going to go for a Giant Skeleton on the right-hand side just to make sure that we minimize the chances of him going in for an Archer Queen ability and somehow getting his way back into the business. Will Electro Wizard when the Fire Spirit gets hit by the tower so we can finish it off with the E-Wiz? Oh man, this game is getting extra spicy right now because I can't guarantee that I'm able to break through the cannon, even though I really want to. He's logging on the Giant Skeleton. He's going to cannon last possible second in a spot that, you know, the Royal Giant will not be able to get a hit if he plays it perfectly. And look at that. Oh my gosh, the Archie gives us a hit. And also on top of that, we were able to shred an Archer Queen that he ran, or no, a Hog Rider that he randomly dropped at the river. That was beautiful. Wow, this game has been funny. But with 30 seconds remaining, I think we've won it. I don't think that there's anything that he can do. It's just going to be a boring end.
A few giants later.
So yeah, there was absolutely no chance that that Hog Rider was going to break through an Electro Wizard, Goblin Cage, and Tornado. But I also wasn't able to spell cycle him too viciously because I didn't want to lose to a Giant Skeleton Hog Rider spammed at the river. All right, so we got a game here. This guy's already giving us the double thumbs up with Goblins. We'll see what he decides to do. I don't like making the first play with this deck, but I will go for a Barbarian Barrel because usually I have a decent answer to our opponent's Goblin Barrels if that actually is a card that they're going to be running in their deck. I've got Electro Wizard. I've got Tornado. I've got other answers that I can whip out. Okay, if this guy goes in for Mother Witch, do we shut it down with the Baby Dragon and then not spend any extra Elixir because he's probably got a P.E.K.K.A deck? That's the motto right now. Never spend anything in single, just strive to survive and then dominate in double. Royal Ghost, super easy King Tower activation for us. Let's go, guys. I'm stoked for this one. The fact that he dropped it off to the side means that I have to take one hit, unfortunately. But, I mean, I'll take that one hit for tower damage every single time. Activating King Tower at the start of the match against a Bridge Spam player means that every successive defense is going to be just that much more successful. I'm going to go in for an Electro Wizard in the middle because we're able to pull the P.E.K.K.A. And after the P.E.K.K.A is out of cycle, then we can actually go for a Royal Giant. I dislike going in for Royal Giants in single Elixir until you get your opponent in a bad card cycle, but this is one of those moments that we're thriving here. He's got double Prince with P.E.K.K.A. Dude, this is like a 2016 strategy. You're rolling all the way back to somewhere that I never thought I would see again. This is bad. This is actually horrific for me. Most of the time, they're going to have Battle Ram and stuff that you can easily defend with a Goblin Cage, but that is not the case here. I'm going to go for the Goblin Cage here, and we should be able to stop the rest of his stuff, but now I know that he's going to have a ton of extra Bridge Spam here with the double Princes that are conveniently for him going to be a problem if I don't have my Electro Wizard in my hand. Okay, so I might have to cycle a Giant Skeleton here, and then he could P.E.K.K.A it, and then I would have to go for E-Wiz out of cycle for the Princes. So that's pretty problematic again, but, you know, that's what we're rolling with right now. I found a great opportunity to go for the Royal Giant earlier, but I think at double Elixir, he's not going to give me that chance.
Hello, how are you?
Okay, he actually did. Maybe we can go in for Baby Dragons and stack up a whole bunch of air cards that he can't easily kill. The good thing about this deck is even if you're in a bad spot, you can always figure out like new ways of playing it. I'm going to go in for the Barbarian Barrel and then probably have to Tornado this back if I'm a little bit unlucky, but we'll see if I don't have to. Hey, I don't have to. Let's go. We can Royal Giant at the river. Doesn't seem like the P.E.K.K.A is going to give him too much value. And if you go for double Prince, maybe we can go for a Lightning or something. Yeah, let's go. This is awesome because we kill the Electro Wizard and get more tower damage in the process. All I have to do is be able to defend this Prince, and then I think we're set up for success. So I'm going to E-Wiz here, and we should be able to stun the Prince as well, unless we get super unlucky. I'm going to Barbarian Barrel, expecting him to go for a Mother Witch or something, and I think I can counter everything with a Goblin Cage, unless, you know, the Dark Prince has a mind of its own and decides to not go towards it. Wow, this actually is not an easy matchup just because our opponent is finding so many good bridge spam cards. If I Lightning right now, this could be our best tactic, but I don't know if we're able to kill the E-Wiz. Oh, we do! One more hit from the Royal Giant, and we're going to seal the deal. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Even in scuff situations, you can play well enough to clutch up. When your opponent's hiding double Princes for whatever reason and they do 1,000,000 damage, you can always make the comeback. No matter how low your tower health is, you can always find a way to defend with your Giant Skeletons, Goblin Cages, Electro Wizards, and Tornado. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an awesome rest of your day.